What's going on, Walleye Nation? All right, Dave here. I'm out here at Orleans Park, and I'm going to show you guys, for all these new guys that are saying that they want to fish the run for the first time this year, I'm going to show you guys the basic concept of what you're going to be looking for and what you're going to be doing while you're down here. Now, it's going to look a lot easier while I'm doing it now because there's not nobody down here. But when the run is in full effect and you're down here shoulder to shoulder, it's going to get complicated, but don't overthink it. Don't get overwhelmed. Just pay attention to what you're doing and pay attention to what everybody else is doing around you. Everything will be fine. But first thing I want to say is safety is key. This river bottom changes every year, especially when we get deep freezes like we did this winter. The ice comes through and it scrapes the bottom up. It creates new holes, and craters in the bottom where you can't see. So safety is number one. If you're gonna come down here, try to come down here with somebody that knows, that is familiar with the river. If not, if you can't do that and you gotta come down by yourself, try to have like maybe a walking stick or something so you can kind of feel the bottom as you go to get to your spot where you're gonna be fishing at. But with that, all that being said, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get in the water, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. So you can see here, I got my just a basic Carolina rig. It's got trolling sinker, my leader line, probably about, I don't know, maybe 5 foot, maybe 6, down to my floating jig head with my red twister tail. So I think I got a 3/4 ounce weight on, because the water is still kind of high, but as the water fluctuates, your weight will fluctuate as well. So right now the normal level is 582, which is about where it's at. So I would fish with either a 3/4 or a 5/8, depending on whether or not I can feel the bottom. So your whole goal is you're going to look to see which way the current is going. So the water's going that way, to your right. So what you're going to do is you're going to cast out more to your left to like the 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock area. Let it hit the bottom, and then as the current pulls it, you'll feel it bouncing on the rocks. That's what you're looking for. Once you feel that bounce stop, set the hook. Because 9 times out of 10, a walleye picked it up and it's carrying it in the water. If you can't feel that bounce anymore, go ahead and swing. There's going to be a lot of times where you're going to swing and you're going to miss. Trust me, I do it every year. But you never know. One of those times you swing, you might pick up a walleye. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. All right, guys. So this is gonna be my first cast. So cast it out, let it hit bottom, let it drift, and you're gonna watch your rod tip. You'll see your rod tip moving real slow as it bounces on the rocks. And if you feel a tug, a constant tug, or you feel the bounce stop, 9 times out of 10 you got a fish. So you just want to watch your rod tip. You want to make sure you have a very sensitive rod. That's why I like using Power Pro braid, because I feel like I can feel the bottom a lot better. It's more sensitive, and you can feel the bite a little bit better. Because you gotta understand that the walleye are not down here biting because they're hungry. They're down here to spawn. That's their job. They're not down here to eat. They're down here to spawn. So when they're swimming, and they're swimming with their mouth open, and your jig goes into their mouth, they're not going to bite down on it. You're going to have to feel that tension, and then set the hook on them. So I'm casting out this way. Boom. It just hit the water right there. Reel up my slack line a little bit. And then I'm just gonna watch my rod tip. I'm just gonna watch it. You'll see it keep moving because it's bouncing on the bottom. I apologize for the wind. Ooh. Now another thing too is when you're letting it drift, you don't want to let it drift too far because, like I said, you know, there's going to be a lot of people down here. They're going to be lined up shoulder to shoulder. So you want to cast out straight ahead of you, either at 12 o'clock or at, you know, nowhere further than 10 o'clock. So if I'm standing here and we're on a line and there's a line of people shoulder to shoulder, I'm going to either cast out straight in front of me or I'm going to cast out just to the left of me, like that. Let it hit bottom, reel up my slack line, watch it drift, and then by the time it gets to about 1, 2 o'clock, I'm reeling it back in if I don't get a fish, and I'm going to recast. Alright, so it's at about 1 o'clock right now. Set the hook, nothing on there, reel it back in. And you want to reel in fast too, don't reel in slow because other people are going to be casting while you're reeling in. And the less snags, the less tangles we have, the better the experience is for everybody down here that's participating. I'll give it one more cast. It's still early, so I'm not expecting to catch anything. I just wanted to come down here and show you guys, you know, give you a out in the field look, if you will, for these new guys that are coming down to fish. Alright, I'm going to pack it up. It'd be best too to bring some gloves because it gets pretty cold and your fingertips will get frozen and it's not a great experience. It's very hard to cast and feel the bite and enjoy yourself fishing while your fingertips are icicles. But this is basically what I had in mind to make just for these new guys that are coming down to fish the walleye run. We welcome you. It's a great time. You'll meet great people down here. If you have any questions, feel free to message me directly or, you know, comment on this video, however you want to do it. But I hope this video helps somebody out. And let's look forward to the 2025 walleye run on the Maumee River, baby. Let's go.